And now let's get into that first big story. We got this breaking news from timcast.com. Biden's vaccine mandate for businesses blocked by the Supreme Court. The court wrote the Occupational Safety and Health Administration was not permitted to broadly regulate public health. I agree. I think they're correct. They wrote, requiring the vaccination of 84 million Americans selected simply because they work for employers with more than 100 employees certainly falls in the latter category, where they said, although Congress has indisputably given OSHA the power to regulate occupational dangers, it has not given the agency the power to regulate public health more broadly. The dissent, I find actually kind of humorous. In the dissent, the liberal justices wrote, because it really was split 6-3, when we are wise, we know not to displace the judgments of experts acting within the sphere of Congress marked out and under presidential control to deal with emergency conditions. Today, we are not wise. In the face of a still raging pandemic, the court tells the agency charged with protecting worker safety that it may not do so in all of the workplaces needed. As disease and death continue to mount, this court tells the agency that it cannot respond in the most effective way possible. Well, there it is. And the Daily Wire is doing a victory lap because they were leading the charge on this. They were, I think they may have been the original lawsuit. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But here we go. That's it. Joe Biden's out. No vaccine mandate, right?
I think Brandon wants to be a dictator, so this is definitely a step back for him. But he's also urging businesses and states to still implement this on their own. I'm surprised he wasn't begging the Supreme Court just to censor all the arguments here against his vaccine mandate. This is a major blow against his agenda, against the narrative. And thank goodness we don't live in a country like Canada or Austria or Australia where people are literally being robbed of their wealth for not complying with the whims and medical advice. And then still, by and large, it's still crazy. I bet you probably agree with this too, Matt, that we have to be in a place where, some mystical figures in robes decided that we could decide what medicine to take for ourselves. That's where we're at right now. That's crazy.
It was insane, and I was freaking out today because earlier in the day, everyone expected this to come out, and then they released some other nothing burger decision about something that I don't even remember what it was. And I'm like, oh shit, are they going to punt for a week? And happily they did the right thing. But the absurdity, and even listening to the more conservative justices arguing that it would be okay for a state or someone further down the food chain, a different government official, to then impose on you this mandate that you have to take this vaccine. I'm of the old school where individual freedom and freedom of conscience is actually a real thing. And I thought that's what America was. But yeah, we dodged a bullet today, and that was a cool thing. I ascribe to a theory that Thomas Massie introduced me the day that Joe Biden announced this. And you remember they dragged their heels on the rule. And Massie's theory was they know it's unconstitutional. They know that they're going to get shot down. But in the meantime, they're going to bully as many businesses as possible into complying with this. And I feel like Biden is proving that theory today.
You can't unvax.
Yeah.
And so what happens is a ton of businesses, when they heard Joe Biden issue his press conference, which was not even executive order, they just went, okay, everybody, you got to do it. You heard Joe Biden. And then people were basically mandated to do it. Now they went and got vaccinated. They come back to work and the company goes, hey, everybody, it's off. We actually don't have to do this. Too late.
Yeah.
So I think that was the plan from the get-go.
And I feel like, and maybe we'll get into this in a different context, but I feel like if you were forced to get vaccinated, maybe secretly you want to kind of force everyone else to do it too, because you're pissed, like you got sold a bill of goods.
Yeah.